2-1 to Pagan. Pagan hits one high and deep to right. Kadir back. It is off the bottom of the wall, and it kicks away from everybody.
It's been 100 years of baseball and counting at this plate. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Miller is there, and he puts this one away. Chris Miller will stand in. And this is lined into left field for their first hit of the ball game. As we look, this is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of. Chris 2-2 one more time. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Chris Miller.
But you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And an easy play out there for Headley, and that ends the inning. Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. Swinging a high chopper.
Dig, get it up.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Slam, and the Red Sox have the lead. 5-2 Boston. Victorino pumping his fist as he rounded first base.
A good look there at the familiar ivy-covered walls of Wrigley Field. And with first pitch just moments away, here's a look at today's starting lineups. Play. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. Miller is back near the ivy as he makes the catch for the first down. Any further, let's take a look at the Cubs.
You want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Out in front as he pulls this one down the line at first. A step on the bag for one.
At second base, and the throw down there is just too late to get to.
And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. Miller has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch to go here in the third. Changed up on him there, but it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Oh, and this goes right past him.
Yeah, toward the line, but it shouldn't have been anything like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Baseman Mike Moustakas goes the other way as this is down the line at third. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And the run's going to come in to score. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Reyna is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great. Now a slider that swung on and hit in the air out toward left. Miller is there, and he'll make the catch. Chris Miller. And there's the fourth wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here in 2 minutes. Fastball, and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that ball is gone. It's grand salami time. 16 for him on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. Comes with a slider there as it's lifted down the line in left. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone. The NL in that department. Tim Lincoln will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far.
Chris Miller.
Here we go. Here we go, boys.
Swing and a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 23 for him thus far, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Making the call. Hello, Yasiel Puig. What a way to start a career.
Really tries to save it for Melanson. The 2-2 pitch. And a fly ball to right center field. That's going to drop for a hit.
A good look there at the familiar ivy-covered walls of Wrigley Field. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Chris Miller will stand in. Trippers. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. To second for one. On to Alonso. It's a double play, and the inning is over. And to go here in the third. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Miller is back near the ivy as he makes the catch for the first out.
And the run column, but
here's the first pitch. And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. Lincoln is back near the ivy as he makes the catch for the first out.
All right, come on now, let it fly.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry. Will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. Around third and being waved on home. Chris. And this is a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt as they'll need to throw down to first. And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. Chris Miller will stand in now.
And here, you got to make sure you're going after strikes.
A swing and a ball hit back up the box. Throw on to first, and we are going to the Chris Miller will stand in now. Well, they missed with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and just put him aboard here. Chris
loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
And this will find the seam into right field, and there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap.
Oh, on the warning track, a spectacular catch, and the Dodgers win. Is it possible to have a walk-off win on a catch? Dodgers just got one. Here's a high drive, deep center field.
Nighttime skies over Wrigley Field on the north side of Chicago. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller will stand in. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
To get your groove going out there on the mound.
It's on the way. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. Chris Miller will step in
Hard
now.
to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. Reflect on his good fortune. Now he spins on a fastball here and drives one to deep right field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A solo shot down the line in right. 24 home runs for him on the season as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
And you know, the only way you're going to tie this guy up on the inner half is if you go up and in. If you leave it belt high, he can handle that pitch, and he handled that one all right.
Chris Miller will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. The second for one. On the belt, but it won't be in time as they just settle for one.
Carpenter making everybody wait a little bit longer now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 6-1 Boston. 9th inning of game 6.
Nighttime skies over Wrigley Field on the north side of Chicago. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Now the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to left field. Miller is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Chris Miller will stand in. Check on Fowler. Now here it comes. And here's a cut fastball, but he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that ball is gone. Home run. 2-run shot to straightaway center. Number 25 for him on the year, as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Runner away from third. Now the pitch. Swing and a line drive to left. Miller is there, and he puts this one away for the third out.
Hey, your pitch.
In the air to straightaway center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. And he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there. ERA. And we find that this again a 3-2. Now a ball lined toward right center. Base hit. Chris Miller will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start.
Cheer on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3 and Chris Miller out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And this ball's hit pretty well, high and deep to straightaway left. And he will make the catch just shy of the track in the...
One of the strangest finishes you'll ever see. Results in the 5th no-hitter in Marlin history. How many pitchers have celebrated?
On that one. Do I throw it again? Do I throw the split?
High in the air and catchable. Blanco hits a no-hitter for Tim Lincecum.